What's up guys, Josh back here again with you today for another one, and this one I'm doing here today is another whiskey review, another bourbon review, one that I've been wanting to do for a little bit now, after looking at other reviews on YouTube and everything like that, hearing nothing but good about this particular affordable, kind of more bottom shelf bourbon. It is an Evan Williams bourbon, their white label, the bottled in bond 100 proof. Um, yeah, I wanted to go ahead and try this one out. I've not had the 100 proof bonded bourbon from Evan Williams yet. I've had the black label. Really like it. It's a solid kind of budget bourbon. Has a good kind of character to it as is. I've had their 1736, 1706. I think it's 1736, 86. I think it's 1786. Their small batch, basically. I have not had their single barrel though, but yeah, I've heard nothing but good about this bourbon. Heard it's a really good sipper for 15 bucks. I got it for 13, so like 13.76, I think maybe. So yeah, as you can see, I've not opened it yet. I just got back with it, so as you can also tell, I'm pretty excited to try it and all of that. So Friday night, decided to go ahead and get on back and pour a dram of it and see what we think on here. Just bear with me as I try to get the seal off on it. There we go. Yeah, I usually don't get the 100 proofs too much. I think the most recent 100 proof whiskey I had was Knob Creek. So it's been a little while that I've had it. I do have a little bit of water here that I'll also go ahead and use to kind of, try to blend it a little bit. We'll do our own little kind of blend, try to get the alcohol content down again to see what it tastes like with a little bit of water in it. And I also finally went ahead and got a Glencairn glass, which I've been mentioning on here a lot, just like a little Woodford reserve glass there that I traded with a neighbor of mine who is also a big kind of fan of good whiskey and everything like that. So we made a little trade. Traded him a glass of mine for this one here that I've seen at his place a number of times, just kind of sitting and collecting dust, and went ahead and made a trade on that. So very happy I also have this now. Will help a little bit, I guess, with our reviews and whatnot. So we'll go ahead and get a little pour of this out. And see what we can get out of it today. Excited to try this one just from what I've heard about it and for the price and everything like that. Would really like to go ahead and get my review out there on it for sure. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at the appearance first. As you can see, it's kind of I'll start using some paper here too. We get a better idea of the color. So yeah, kind of like a deep orangish amber kind of color. Looks like it's leaving some nice kind of legs, as you can see on that glass there too. All the little teardrops kind of coming down the edge of the glass. And it looks to me, unless this is a clean glass, but it looks like there might be some little small particulates in there, but I'm not sure. Yeah, but just like a dark kind of amber kind of color, orangish kind of amber color, as you can see. So let's go ahead and go in for the aroma with this. Finally, a glass that has a decent tulip kind of shape and everything on it, so I can get some. See how it affects the aroma and everything on these. So getting some really kind of soft, kind of delicate caramel notes. A little bit of a fruitiness to it. Some grain, soft kind of oak barrel kind of aroma. But definitely it smells, like an Evan Williams sweet corn kind of whiskey. Or bourbon, I should say, I guess. But getting the charcoal, getting some of that sort of, that charcoal filter for sure, getting a little bit of that maybe charred barrel aroma. And then maybe a little bit of some brown sugar notes in there as well. So yeah, some gentle kind of soft caramel notes, some charcoal filter, some oak, some kind of charred oak barrel innards, inside walls of that charred white oak barrel, and some brown sugar, and then a little bit of fruitiness with some maybe like a little bit of clove as well. Let's go ahead and go for the flavor on this one. And up front, the flavor is soft caramel, but there's an added richness to it. Kind of swirl it around in the glass here a little bit to kind of aerate it somewhat since I just opened it. You can also notice I'm back in my old filming location. There's a little bit of noise going on out there. Roommate stuff going on. So I moved it back here where it's quiet. I'm for sure getting a good upfront oakiness to it. Soft but rich caramel, strong oakiness, a little bit of fruitiness on the back end. But that 100 proof, the burn isn't that bad, honestly. Not really bad at all. There's a good bit of warmth going on here, but it's honestly fairly sippable on its own if you do not mind a little extra heat. But it is, for a 13-something dollar whiskey, it is 100 proof. I mean, the burn really isn't all that much of an issue, like, period. A little bit of that brown sugar note too coming in. Yeah, let's go ahead and try a little bit of water just for fun, and see what comes of it from that. So I just put about a drop in, and we'll go ahead and give it another swirl. Check the aroma real quick again. A little bit more of that fruitiness coming through, less caramel, a little bit more vanilla, and almost kind of like a cream, like a heavy cream. I don't know why. Still a little bit more of that clove. It still retains a little bit of that spiciness though in the nose. A little bit of cinnamon kind of aroma. All right, let's go for the flavor. Oh yeah, it's really good on its own. You get a lot of oakiness. A little bit of water goes a long way though with this for sure. A lot more of that rich caramel flavor comes through, and that really becomes the predominant kind of flavor with this bourbon, with a bit of water added. A lot of that, excuse me, now that 100 proofs, a lot of that richness is right up front now. Less fruitiness, more just sort of a silky, kind of smooth caramel vanilla richness comes through as the primary kind of flavor now. It's actually a very sippable bourbon for $13. Which I was kind of expecting. As much good stuff as I was hearing about it, I was expecting it to be at least decent, and for sure, it's really decent. Verging on great. Verging on, very, very, very good. Very great. Like, very good. Uh, yeah, I think I'd say it's not there's some really good single barrels in small batches and all that kind of stuff out there. There are better bonded bourbons, but you're going to pay close to $30 for them for, $10 plus a few extra. Yeah, not sure you could beat this. At least from the ones that I have seen. So, absolutely, I would definitely recommend trying this out for yourself and seeing if you like. If you are an Evan Williams fan like I am, you will really like this for sure, definitely. Um, but if not, and if you want a bourbon that you can sip, a bourbon that's going to go good with just a large cube of ice, would definitely recommend, a little bit of water. Would definitely recommend checking Evan Williams bottled and bond the white label out, for sure. Yeah, really good. Definitely a solid go-to, especially if you're not wanting to spend the 30 something dollars, $35 on the Knob Creek or something like that. Evan Williams, bottled and bond. Definitely recommend checking it out if you see it. And until next time, guys, thank you for watching.